I have a big, huge list of all these things. So most of us have kids at school, at home, and, kids get restless. And there's always, something you can buy, but it's awesome too when you don't have to buy anything. And right now, obviously, we want to keep them busy. We want to bond with them, take the opportunity to do that. And so I'm going to share some ways with you that are fun, easy, and free. You don't have to go buy anything else. I'm going to share several ways with you on how to do things with them and make the most of your time at home without you going crazy because they're so restless, right? And it'll also be good, for y'all together. So I have a list. I'm going to be looking this way back and forth just so you know because I can't remember all this stuff. But number one, like if you have siblings, like you have more than one kid, they can help each other and like make a tent out of sheets and play in those. We used to call them forts. We used to love to do that when I was a kid. Me and my cousins, etc. Making a tent out of sheets is always one of the fun things that they can do for free. And we all have sheets that they can use. And we can help them or they can do it on their own. But either way, they love making one of those little things and then playing in them, right? And it usually keeps their attention for quite some time. So that's a good one. Number two, take turns reading to each other. So like they have to be old enough to do this. But if like you have books, etc., most of us I'm sure do, you guys can take turns reading to each other. You read a page, they read a page. You read a page, they read a page. Or if you have siblings that both can read, or maybe one can read, right? The bigger one can read to the smaller one, or they can both take turns reading a page, right? That's usually everyone has, books. So that would be another free way. Conduct a kitchen science experiment, right? So you can legitimately find all kinds of stuff in your kitchen, mix up something weird, and a kid's gonna love it. It doesn't matter if it has an actual point. But if you tell them we're gonna conduct an experiment with kitchen stuff and you start mixing stuff together, they're gonna think it's the funnest thing ever and they're gonna love it. So, and you've got plenty of stuff in your kitchen, whether it's pepper, salt, and water, anything is gonna get them interested and all the kids love to mix, so I think that's cool. Let's see. Paint your nails together. So if you have a little girl, most women have nail polish and you can, paint each other's nails if they're big enough, or you just do yours and theirs at the same time. And that's always super fun. Have a spa night day, with oatmeal and honey facials. So some of us may not, but honey and oatmeal, we kind of keep it here. Y'all can mix that, make little facials if you have girls, and just put it on your face, and it just be something that you do together, or it's just fun for them to mix it. It's whatever. They mix it for you if you got a little boy and you do it, whatever. Look through photo albums together. That's one of my favorites. My kids love seeing what they look like when they were littler, and pictures of me when I was younger, and and my husband, their dad, all these pictures. They love that. So that's a good one. Watch your child's favorite TV show or movie with them. If you're like me and you work from home, you may not have, like for me, today I'll work, about 8 hours or so, for the Higdon group. And then, I've already worked an hour on my business. I'll probably do another 30 minutes, but outside of that, there's still time. And whether they do it on their own or I do it with them, it's still something. So find their favorite thing, put it on, obviously, monitor that kind of thing. But it's always good to sit down and just be with them in the moment. No phone, no nothing, and just be and watch their favorite thing, even as annoying as it is sometimes. Okay. So play a video game together. Video games aren't something that I'm in love with. I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm not, but most kids have them. And so why not? Why not play with them? If they're already playing, sit down and play with them, or have the siblings play together if they're old enough. Exercise together. This is one of the ways that, you can keep yourself accountable too, is if every day, so Jace is like my human reminder. He reminds me to do everything. And so every day, if you tell them, tell me in the morning so we can work out. And they can do, jumping jacks with you, sit-ups with you. They're not going to do, extreme stuff, but they can do it with you and it can be fun. You can do it together and that gets some of that energy out and it's free. Like, hello. And you're doing it together, so you're also bonding. So it works really, really awesome. Okay. This is not replay, Debbie. Hello, lovely. Do a puzzle. So I have in the past been very not patient. Okay. Just whatever. Puzzles are a good practice for me, and it's good for their fine motor skills to place those pieces, in the right spot and to work on their patience as well. And then when you're doing it together, you're bonding. Again, it's keeping them busy. So that's a good one if you have one. Just like play a board game. If you have a board game, awesome. You can teach them how to play if they don't know how. You can bend the rules if they're small kids. Like, they don't care as long as you're doing it with them. What actually happens or what the actual rules are if they're too small to learn. Help them clean their room or rearrange their bedroom furniture. It's always like a brand new house when I rearrange my furniture. I think that is always super duper fun. It's a way to just do something, right? It's just something. Pull out a box of toys that they haven't played with in a while. I don't know about you, but if I hide some toys and put some back, what happens is the kids think they're brand new. They act like they've never seen them ever before. Even though that's been their toys, they just haven't played with them. They love seeing the old toys. It's like a whole new thing for them. They love that. So also you can build Legos. I don't know if you allow Legos at your house because they're horrible if you step on them. But if you do, you could build something together, maybe even Play-Doh. Play-Doh is tough if you got carpet. Stay away from the carpet. And then you could play store, restaurant, or school, doctor. I love those kind of things. When I was a kid, that was my favorite thing to do. My kids love it. We love to play school. Jason's really smart. He loves doing that. And Boo wants to go to school. So we love playing school and doctor. Those are the two that we love to play. You can always bake something together. You can have a little tea party. And it doesn't actually have to be tea. It could be juice. It could be whatever. But just use, some kind of different cups than they normally use. And you guys just sit together. That would be fun. Play 20 questions. 20 questions. Kids love asking questions. So if you tell them they've got 20 questions they can ask you, they'll do it. Play I Spy. That is so fun. I Spy is one of the favorite ones. And then like a scavenger hunt, you can hide stuff and have them find it, give them clues. That's cool. Help your child send an email to a friend, a grandparent, aunt, uncle, especially while this kind of thing is happening and while we're in our house. I think it would be super awesome to send an email or something like that. Even a letter to somebody that, that they love and you love. Do that together and then just send them, right? Also, I think writing letters to each other if they're old enough to write and then giving them encouraging letters to each other and then giving them to them in 3 months is super cool. I think that's really fun if you have a kid who is old enough to write. Make pancakes in the shape of their name. Jace's is kind of easy, but Harley's is rather hard. But if you have a kid with a easy letter, it's super easy to do. What I like to do is I just make the pancake round and then I cut it out, right? Super simple. And they love it. They think it's fun. They think it's cute and they can watch you do it. They can stir the bowl for you. Listen to your favorite songs together. I think music, a lot of us feel like it's just the best thing ever. Listen to their favorite songs, your favorite songs. And then the last one that I'm going to share with you on this live video, because I have a call I need to get on, is, what was it? I don't even remember. I lost it. What was it? I don't know. I lost it. Oh yeah, I do. Oh, Scrapbook Together. So if you've sorry, I don't know why I lost it. But if you've had all these pictures and all these things and you've had this intention of making a baby book or a scrapbook or whatever, and you've just not done it, this is the time to do it and let them help you do it. And that will keep them busy, right? Keep them busy. It's a thing that you guys get to do together and bond. And I think that it's so important. And you guys, this was like a list of like 30, okay? I have 70 more of these. I have a whole thing. I can copy it and paste it and send it to you if you'd like it. I would love to do that. I know how, sometimes hard it is when kids like start getting cabin fever, us too. And we want them to stay active and still stimulate their brains and then get to bond with them so that the time isn't driving us crazy, but getting us closer together. I think that it's important to embrace that. And there's several of these that I would have never thought of. And I do these things a lot, and I would have never thought of some of these. And there's 70 more. 70. And I'm serious. If you're a mom and you don't have the money extra, even if you do have the money extra, you don't have to spend it. These are free. All of them are free. Send me a message if you'd like the rest of them. I'll send them over to you. That way you and your kids or your grandkids can have a ball in the house while we're stuck and just, not go crazy, right? So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.